What up, farm? Alright, so it's that time of year again. It's time to cut our hay. If you've never been a part of cutting hay before or anything, how we decide when to cut our hay is we wait until the plant is to a mature state where it's starting to reproduce. So just when it's starting to flower, before it sets any pods, is the best time. So you can see there's some flowers down the bottom here that have finished flowering. This is probably a little bit earlier than I would like to do it, just because I would like it to grow a bit more. So there was a bit more there to cut, because you can see this balancer clover, it's just starting to get growing. So we're gonna miss out on some bulk, but that's okay, because we're not gonna have any pods. And if we don't have any pods, it means the crop's at an earlier stage, which means it will make better hay. I hope that all made sense. So anyway, let's head back over to the tractor and start cutting. I really need to clean that back window actually. So we're on our first pass around the paddock, and as you can see, we're driving over the crop. That's so that we can just get all of that stuff out to the fence, and then we'll do the other way around, because this mower is stuck out that side. That's just how it's built. You may laugh at our mower, you may wonder why we haven't upgraded. Well, hay isn't a very big part of our business, so we haven't seen it fit to upgrade. But also, these old mowers, they do a really good job. They're very reliable, they're very simple to fix if they should happen to break down, and they just do a good job. So we kind of figure why change? We may as well just use this. We're happy with it, it's doing well for us, so we'll just keep going with what we got. Alright, so we finished our first pass around and we're on to our second now, going around the paddock the proper way. Yeah, it's doing a fairly good job. It's not leaving much behind on the ground, and it's a pretty decent row there. I'm pretty happy with the result so far. Alright, so we finished all of our headlands, all of the passes around the outside. We're about to get going on the middle. I just thought I'd hop out and have a look. Oh, looks pretty good, I think. There's a bit of stuff building up here. This is just wet dirt. The plants are pretty sappy and the dust from the ground is sticking to it. I had someone come with a mower conditioner one time and do a little bit for me, but it was just building up. All that stuff was building up on the bottom of their cutter bar. I ended up pulling out and I got the Loxton into it. So I don't know, the flash stuff's really good, I don't doubt that at all, but these old things, they know how to work and they do a really good job. Alright, so we did a bit. I don't know, we're not quite halfway yet. Done a fair bit though. I did a live stream to YouTube. Didn't go that well because even though I can see the Telstra tower, I kept dropping out a signal. Anyway, I just had a mini heart attack because I had my drone up, as you will have seen, and it stopped talking to the controller, and then it started talking to the controller and not to my phone. I couldn't see what the camera was doing, and then it decided it was going to land. I couldn't see where it was, so I had to turn the tractor off and walked halfway around the paddock to find it. But anyway, we got it back. I don't know how long this drone will keep going for, but a while, hopefully it makes it for many years to come. But anyway, we'll see. It's not proving itself at the moment, but now I'm knocking off. I'm gonna go home for tea and we'll be back into it tomorrow. Right, we're back out here mowing. We've done a fair bit this morning, and I've got my #1 apprentice with me. Are you having fun? Yeah, you are. She didn't want to go to town with Mum, so she's on the tractor with Dad. It's fun. She loves it. Can you do a big smile? Yeah, good job. What's this thing you're playing with? It's back. Did you want to show them your bubble pop thing? Good job. You're good at that. Ah. What can you see? Oh, tiny teddies. Yeah, we can get some. Look at this. Tiny teddies. Yum, tiny teddies. Alright, so Charleston, Alex and I came out to have lunch with Dad and Father Mark out here because we just put the plank up on the shearing shed, renovation out north. So you can see Dad has been making some progress. He's got all the backboard framed up. He's got the top rail on the posts, on the fences, sitting there or screwed in. He's made the gates for the catching pens, and they're hanging and swinging. And yeah, so this plank, this is what the shearing machines screw to. They screw in there. We pulled it off the wall over there and moved it up here. It's got some pretty cool old tallies on there. Local people that were shearing have shorn in this shed, so that's pretty cool to keep up there. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're getting closer and closer to shearing a sheep here every day. So yeah, that's just a little update for you. Alright, we're back out here on the mower. We have got not too much left actually. Got this strip here and then that bit over there, so I don't know, a couple of hours. It'll be a little bit of a broken up morning because I've got to do a radio interview, national ABC radio, the ABC Life Matters show. I'm going to be on that, so if you want to check that out, I think there'll be a podcast of it coming out. If it's out when this video comes out, I'll link it in the description. But anyway, while we're talking about links in the description, go and check out the links in the description. There's one there for Ag Leader, you'll be able to see all the ag leader gear that we're using, to check it out, see if it fits right for your farm. And there's also one for RV sellers, so give them a look. They got a new summer and spring range out. It's worth a look. So anyway, we're going to keep cutting along here, do as much as we can, and then fulfill our media requirements. Alright guys, we're on our last pass. The finish is here. Almost. We just got to make it back up to the end of the paddock up there. So then the hay cutting will be finished for this year. Alright guys, so we got finished mowing and we've hooked onto the rake. And as you can see, most of the day's passed. We've been raking for a while. What we're doing, we're just raking this row here on top of that row over there, and then when we turn around at that end of the paddock, we'll rake that row there on top of that row. So you might be able to see there's two rows side by side there. When it all dries down enough and it comes time to bale it, that's when we'll get the V-rake that the baling contractor owns, and we'll rake those two rows together. And then the balers will have a nice big row to go along, and they won't have to go as fast, I think. But anyway, doesn't matter. My thoughts also are that by raking this row on top of the other one, it'll be a bigger row, and hopefully the hay stays a little bit green underneath, which green, a bit of colour is good in hay. So yeah, we'll wait and see whether it's a good decision or not, but I guess you never know if you don't try. Oh, and I'm not afraid of having a big row because we won't be getting here to bale it until after windrowing is finished. So it'll be a while away anyway. So yeah, that's why I'm not afraid of a big row. Morning guys, how you going? We're back out here on the rake. I've had the drone up this morning. It's just going nice. It's just a lovely morning. It's not windy like it was yesterday, so it's raking really nice. It's pretty dry, even though we only cut it yesterday or the day before. We are actually losing just the slightest amount of leaf from raking it. But anyway, that's all right. We're getting it all into rows. Anyway, we're getting less rows. That's what I meant. It's going good. All right, guys, I was on the very last pass. I was just turning around to go back down there, and the rake wouldn't lift up, and it looks a bit shiny, and the hydraulic hose has come off the fitting. Anyway, better walk back and get me ute. Alright, got it all fixed, looking better. Park my ute out of the way. Let's finish this raking. Alright, so we've got all the rows raked. We're just doing the headlands around the end now. And this is probably the most satisfying part. See how all the rows have raked out the ends a bit. There is actually a hay row here. And then, oh, look at that up there. It just puts it all in one nice row, finishes off the end so tidy. I like it. This is, yeah, favourite bit of raking. Alright, so it's the end of the day. I started on the windrow front, putting that back together. I've replaced the bearings in the rollers. Probably the next video will be doing a bit more to that. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Oh, not quite. I've decided to just walk over here and have a look at the canola. She's starting to change colour a bit. You can see it slightly brown up the top there. The pods are filling up very nicely. I'll open this one up. You can see here, it's not focused, but anyway, this is all the canola seeds in the pod. There's another row on that side. Anyway, they're starting to get pretty hard. Won't be too long before they'll need to be windrowed. I reckon probably under 2 weeks for sure before we'll be into it. But anyway, that's all right. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.